Alice and Bob in the Army. Alice and Bob were both engineers in the Army, working on a top-secret project to design a new battleship. They had met during their training and fell in love with each other. They were a perfect match, not only in their skills and interests, but also in their values and dreams. They wanted to use their talents to make the world a better and safer place, and they hoped to someday retire and travel the world together. One day, they received an urgent assignment to board the battleship they had helped create and join a mission to stop a rogue nation from launching a nuclear attack. They packed their bags and kissed each other goodbye, promising to stay in touch and reunite as soon as possible. They boarded separate planes and flew to different parts of the world where the battleship was waiting for them. Alice was assigned to the control room, where she monitored the ship's systems and communicated with the crew. Bob was assigned to the engine room, where he maintained the ship's power and speed. They worked hard and diligently, but they also missed each other terribly. They exchanged messages whenever they could, using a secure and encrypted channel. They shared their thoughts and feelings, their hopes and fears, their jokes and stories. They kept each other company and supported each other through the challenges and dangers they faced. The mission was not easy. The battleship had to navigate through hostile waters, avoid enemy detection, and engage in combat when necessary. The ship was equipped with advanced weapons and defenses, but it also faced powerful and unpredictable threats. Alice and Bob had to use their intelligence and creativity to solve problems and overcome obstacles. They also had to deal with the stress and pressure of being in a war zone, and the uncertainty and anxiety of not knowing what would happen next. One night, as they were approaching their target, something unexpected and miraculous happened. They encountered a bunny fairy. A bunny fairy was a rare and mythical creature, half bunny and half fairy, that had the power to grant wishes and perform magic. No one knew where they came from or why they appeared, but they were said to be benevolent and friendly. They were also said to be very shy and elusive, and only showed themselves to those who were pure of heart and worthy of their trust. Alice and Bob were both amazed and delighted to see the bunny fairy. They had both heard stories about them when they were children, but they had never believed they were real. They wondered how the bunny fairy had found them and what it wanted from them. They decided to try to communicate with it, using their messages and their cameras. They greeted the bunny fairy and thanked it for showing itself to them. They asked it its name and where it came from. They told it their names and what they were doing. They also told it how much they loved each other and how much they wished they could be together. The bunny fairy listened to them and smiled. It seemed to understand them and to like them. It told them its name was Fluffy, and that it came from a magical land where all the animals were happy and free. It said that it had sensed their kindness and goodness, and that it wanted to help them. It said that it had a special gift for them. A gift that would make their wish come true. It said that it could transport them to any place they wanted, for as long as they wanted, as long as they stayed together and returned to their duty when they were done. Alice and Bob were stunned and grateful. They could not believe that the bunny fairy was offering them such a wonderful opportunity. They quickly agreed to accept its gift and to follow its rules. They thanked the bunny fairy and hugged each other. They chose a place they had always wanted to visit, a beautiful and peaceful island in the Pacific. They closed their eyes and felt a warm and gentle breeze. When they opened their eyes, they were there. They had left the battleship and entered a paradise. They spent the next few hours exploring the island, swimming in the ocean, relaxing on the beach, and enjoying each other's company. They felt happy and free, as if they had no worries or troubles. They also felt curious and adventurous, as if they had a whole world to discover. They learned new things and had fun. They also talked about their lives and their future. They made plans and shared their dreams. They also expressed their love and their gratitude. They kissed and cuddled. They were in heaven. They did not forget about their mission or their responsibility. They knew that they had to go back and face the reality of war. They knew that they had to do their duty and risk their lives. They knew that they might never see each other again, or the bunny fairy. But they also knew that they had been given a precious and priceless gift, a gift that they would never forget or regret. They knew that they had lived a lifetime in a moment, and that they had made their wish come true. They thanked the bunny fairy, and said goodbye. They closed their eyes, and felt a cold and harsh wind. When they opened their eyes, they were back. They had left the island, and returned to the battleship. They resumed their work, and prepared for the final battle. They exchanged messages, and wished each other good luck. They also promised to meet again, and to live happily ever after. They hoped that the bunny fairy would watch over them, and protect them. Alice and Bob returned to their work, and prepared for the final battle. They had to stop the rogue nation from launching a nuclear attack, and save the world from a catastrophe. They knew that it was a dangerous and difficult task, but they also knew that they had each other, and the bunny fairy, on their side. Alice was in the control room, where she was joined by Charlie, the captain of the battleship. Charlie was a tall and muscular man, with a stern and serious face. He was a veteran of many wars, and a respected leader. He was also a very strict and demanding boss, who expected nothing but the best from his crew. He was not very fond of jokes or fun, and he often scolded Alice for being too cheerful or playful. He did not know about her relationship with Bob or her encounter with the bunny fairy. He only cared about the mission and the results. Alice respected Charlie, but she also found him very boring and annoying. She often tried to lighten up the mood and make him laugh, but he rarely did. She also tried to impress him and show him her skills and talents, but he seldom praised her. She sometimes wondered if he had a heart or a sense of humor. She wished that he would be more friendly and relaxed, and that he would appreciate her more. Bob was in the engine room, where he was accompanied by Dave, the mechanic of the battleship. Dave was a short and chubby man, with a friendly and funny face. He was a newbie in the army, and a clumsy worker. He was also a very cheerful and talkative person, who loved jokes and fun. He was very fond of Bob, and he considered him his best friend. He knew about his relationship with Alice, and his encounter with the bunny fairy. He was very happy for him, and he supported him in every way. Bob liked Dave, but he also found him very distracting and annoying. He often tried to focus on his work and make him quiet, but he rarely did. He also tried to teach him and show him his skills and talents, but he seldom learned.